Yeah, for those producers that are in no-till and conservation tillage practices, I think we've got a really pretty broad range of machinery that can help in those practices. Starting from line of sprayers, with our Patriot sprayers, from small to large. We've got full line of strip till products with our from a 6-row all the way up to a 24-row machines. We've got liquid side dress bars with our 2800 and 920 liquid applicators, and then we've got a full line of planting and seeding equipment as well, with our 500 precision disc drills with 5 series air carts that can be pulled in between or behind. We've got a 500 T drill from 25 to 40 foot sizes, and then we've got a full line of planters. Yeah, the early riser planter has really been a fantastic no-till planter for a lot of different reasons, but specifically, some of the things that are different about the early riser are the traits that the way that row unit engages the soil, the way it engages the ground, and there's several traits, as I kind of like to think of them, starting with an offset disc opener. So like when we're slicing residue or penetrating hard soil, we're cutting with a single disc, so it slices residue like a knife. We're not a nose-to-nose opener. You don't need to run a no-till coulter in front of the row unit. It just does a good job penetrating hard ground, staying in the ground. The gauge wheels are pulled, which offers less rolling resistance, and it's also like a maintenance-free gauge wheel arm system when you pull them. Kind of moving back, when you move soil with the openers, we have a reduced inner diameter gauge wheel, which allows you someplace to store that soil, so you're not compacting the soil close to the furrow. And that's followed by a furrow forming point, so it basically allows us a flat bottom seed trench. If there's anytime you have a double disc opener, there's going to be a W in the bottom of the trench, and this forming point basically knocks it flat. So when you drop a seed, it consistently falls to the same depth, which lends itself to uniform emergence. And then we have a very gentle closing system. It's a 2-stage closing system with an inverted closing disc that kind of zips the trench closed, and a press wheel that firms it down and gives good seed to soil contact. All these traits basically lend themselves to very fast germination and a uniform emergence across the whole planter and across the field. Yeah, you bet. The 2000 series planter is our next generation, and we're kind of transitioning from 1200 series to 2000 series, and we've got the 2150 came out first, and just this year we launched the 2140, which is the split row machine, and of course we've also got the big 36 row planters, the 2160s, and completely redesigned the planter from the ground up. We totally redesigned the row unit. A lot of things to give it more durability for high-speed situations and tough, just tough ground conditions, tough hard soil conditions. Things like larger hardware on the row unit, a lot of cast parts, larger diameter openers. We did a lot of things to make that row unit live in tough conditions. I guess at Case IH we see the No-Till conference as a fantastic venue for us to sponsor, to promote our equipment and our brand, but it's also a great way for us to touch base with producers that are doing the conservation tillage and the no-till practices and the cover crops. We're learning as a company from a lot of the seminars and a lot of the producers that we get to come here and visit. So it's really it's a good way for us to stay in touch with the latest and greatest practices. And these are things that we bring back to the engineering departments in the company to make sure that our equipment is filling the needs that our customers are asking for.